Jesus Christ. We are we're a month in to what could only be described as an absolute disaster of a presidency. Like, you guys can try to sugarcoat this all you want, try to say like, no, Joe Biden's been great. No, he has not. There is, in no world has he even been remotely competent. In no world has he done anything he said he was going to do. And in reality, he's just made the problem worse. Like, it is, oh my God. I literally feel like we're in a real life version of Weekend at Bernie's, man. Like, this guy, an example. He called a lid yesterday. A lid on his presidency. If you don't know what a lid is, Joe did that all the time when he was campaigning. He would call a lid after talking to the media for a couple minutes on a Monday. He'd call a lid till Friday, which is basically a timeout. It was Joe's too tired, Joe needs to take a nap. That's what he did. You're not supposed to call lids when you're the president of the United States. Like, that's a pretty big red flag. Like, you need a timeout 1 month into your job. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. We have an old senile guy who dresses like he's Tom Cruise in Top Gun with his aviators and his bomber jacket. And the guy doesn't talk to the media at all. He never talks to the media. I guarantee you taking naps all the time. Like, this dude's barely awake. He ain't running the country, I'll tell you that much. Kamala Harris is, and that's even more terrifying because she's an absolute just freaking idiot, man. Like, the lady can't talk to anybody without that hyena laugh of hers. And it's like, if they ask her anything that she's uncomfortable with. I mean, I was watching Samantha Guthrie. I don't like her at all as a media personality, but she was interviewing Kamala Harris the other day, and she was asking her about school openings. And she said, basically, Miss Harris, all the science says opening schools is safe. So why aren't we opening the schools? And Kamala, I believe the teachers need to be vaccinated. I love teachers. Seriously? This is who's running the country? And I say this because it ain't Joe. It ain't Joe even the slightest bit. We got this laughing hyena running the country. They have been saying that she's actually been taking the phone calls with foreign leaders. And it ain't because Joe thinks she's smart or ready. It's because Joe's too tired to do it. Joe's taking a nap. Joe's like, time out. We'll put a lid on the rest of today. But that's an every single day thing with Joe. Like, oh my God, it's been such a disaster. Like, I mean, for instance, another example. So they said we are going to follow the science when it comes to COVID. We're going to follow the science and then react. Well, they didn't, because the science says that schools are safe to open. And when the CDC told them that schools are safe to open, their reaction was, yeah, but we don't think they're safe to open. And when questioned about the CDC saying, well, the science says they're safe to open, statistics say they're safe to open, it's factually accurate that they're safe to open, the response was, we believe the teachers should be vaccinated first. Okay, well, now you're not following the science. You're following your emotions. Or, I guess it'd be better to say, you're following the millions and millions of dollars that was funneled to you by teachers' unions. That's what you're doing. This is where we are at. Then, to make matters worse, Joe, the Weekend at Bernie's Joe, goes and has an a town hall. Why would you let that man have a town hall? I wouldn't send my grandfather with dementia out to answer questions. What is wrong with you? Well, that's what they did. You're like, here, Joe, go answer some questions off script. This is going to be a great idea. Oh, yeah, because it's been a great idea for the last year with that old senile man answering questions. The dude can't answer anything without reading it off a teleprompter. What is wrong with you? They put him out there and they ask him about China. They ask him about the Uyghurs. Like, hey, Joe, do you have something to say about, what's going on in China with this genocide of the Uyghurs? Joe's response was, their cultural norms are different than our cultural norms. I'm not about to tell them how they should act. Seriously? You're not going to tell them how they should act. When they are raping, killing, and forcing women to have abortions, you're just like, yeah, but it's a cultural norm. Nothing we can do about that. I don't even know what to say about that, Joe. Like, what in God's name is wrong with you? The only thing I can think of is when they asked you the question, you were just like sleeping, maybe. Again, it'd be like asking my grandfather when he was alive, when he had like dementia, that same question. I would expect an answer like, a cultural norm. But I don't expect that from the leader of the free world, you old bumbling idiot. What the hell's wrong with you, man? God dang it. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I'm trying to laugh here, like a real laugh, but it's so terrifying that we allow a guy who obviously is not mentally there to make decisions. Like, what are you thinking? Like, oh my God. We're screwed. We are screwed.